Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Richard N, and today we're going to be taking a very close look at Salesforce. So, I like to regard this tutorial as, a response to a lot of requests for there to be a tutorial on Salesforce on our FastGD tutorials. Remember that FastGD is one of the YouTube channels that's dedicated to Africa, especially Nigerians who would love to skill up and learn one or two tools that can help them, you know, do their jobs better. So today we're going to look at Salesforce, and yes, Salesforce actually is a kind of sales tool. It's a kind of sales tool that provides your business with all you need to be able to find more prospects, close more deals, and provide a higher level of service to your customers. So today we're going to be seeing what this tool could be used for. The first thing I want to do is this is a website. I'm going to also share the website in the video description so that those looking for it can be able to get onto it. So this is the Salesforce website, and it is salesforce.com. And because I am new and I want to explore this, I want to start by by clicking on try for free, which is here at the top. Then if you also go to the bottom, you can see it here at the middle of the page where they say try for free. Okay, so I'm going to click on try for free now and then see how it can take me in. So right here, it's saying that starting at $24 per month, Salesforce may establish general practice and all of that. So we're not looking for that. I am just going to focus on getting straight down to my registration, which is me putting in my first name here, which is going to be Otanwa Ezigbo, and then the job title is Otanwa Specialist. Otanwa Specialist. Yeah, that's the job. I'm going to say next. Okay, the title of the company is going to be Cloud Mitre Technologies. So this is just a part of our onboarding process. So I'm going to say we have about 20 employees, and then we are based in Nigeria, and I'm going to click on next. Okay, now it's asking for my phone number, and I'm going to just put this here. This is going to be closed up so that people don't, so that YouTube doesn't take down the video. So I'm going to put the email here. Okay, so haven't done this now. The next is to agree to the terms and all of that, and then we're going to click on start my free trial. So I'm going to click on that, and yes, it wants to also confirm that we are human. So I'm going to click on I am human, and I'm going to click on confirm. Okay, so just allow it to load. Then let us confirm again that we are human, and just let it load again. I think this is just their way of ensuring that bots don't get into their system. Do it one more time. I don't know why it keeps returning. Okay, let's see. Okay, now that we are here, it says almost there. Check your mail. Your free trial has started. Your free trial is on its way to your inbox. Get started. Check your inbox. If you don't see it in a minute, blah 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 blah. So first thing I want to do is I'm going to go back to my inbox, which is here. I'm using a business email. So you can see that here, this actually is our details. They've given us, the organizational ID to be on Salesforce. So it says users who are assigned to Einstein Activity Capture or Inbox can now connect their email and calendar accounts to Salesforce. So we're not really interested in all of that. So I'm just going to go back to my account, and then it says guided content, blah, 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 and all of that. I'm not really interested in that. I just want to try to get to my, dashboard. So I'm going to go back again to my mail and then see. So it's just like this. There's nothing more here. Okay. So we were stuck here for a while, and but after a little while longer, we got a second email saying we are saying thanks for signing up with Salesforce, and it's saying click below to verify your account. So I'm going to click on here to verify my account, and it says reset password. I'm going to click on reset password, and hopefully something is going to come up here. So you just need to like, now it says enter a new password, because now this is enter a new password for hello blah 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 and all of that. So I'm going to just enter a new password here. I'm just going to say this, that's a new password. uh I'm coming, guys. So now I've gotten my password. I just want to paste it here, and then I'm going to paste it here. And it says security question. Say, what city are you from? I'm going to put Abuja here, and I'm going to click on change password, and hopefully we can be able to get into the tool now. Okay. So it says what brings you to Salesforce. I'm going to say sales, service, marketing, commerce, a bit of everything. So I'm going to click on this one so I can get all the access. Then I'm going to click on next. Okay. So you say, do any of these feel like familiar to you? Let's say contact and info are disorganized, blah blah blah. Reporting doesn't mean follow-ups don't seem to happen. Deals are hard to manage and all of that. So I'll just try to like choose one that you know, I'll just try to choose one that are very, very easy to deal with. So I'm going to work with this one, and I'm going to close these unnecessary tabs here. I don't need them. It's good they go away. So now this is our Salesforce profile. So this is where everything is going to begin for me as a new person that is trying to use Salesforce for the very first time. Remember that Salesforce is actually a very, very powerful sales tool for anyone that wants to, get into sales and enjoy, the fun of it. So this is the interface, and you can see that from my left here, I have the panel here where we have things like our homepage. We are currently at the homepage where we are seeing the little welcome message, and then we can actually be able to create our list, create our lead, turn on marketing features. And when we go down a bit, we can actually see all that we hate, you can actually see all these tabs here. We have the opportunities tab, we have the my contact tab, we have the home tab and all of that, and so on and so forth. So then when we go down a bit, we can see that we have contacts. Now, the contact tab actually allows you to be able to like, create and manage your leads, or, your customer accounts. Okay. So here is going to be customer accounts or business account of your customers, right? Yeah. So this is just what it's going to be like. So this is all what you're going to be having here. You can actually make a new contacts. You can make a new contacts and all of that. You can even send email to your contacts and so on and so forth. Then down here we have accounts. Okay, we have accounts. So this account actually means people that are buying from us. You can see that we have account name, we have account phone, account website, the billing city, the billing state or province, and then the account owner alias. So why this one at the top here refers to our, maybe probably, let me just say, our business partners. This one here is our customers. With our customers, assuming you are selling a subscription based service. For instance, if you have an account with Netflix, they'll be seeing you as an account because you have an active service from them, right? So now we also have the sales here. So this sales tab helps you to handle a lot of things. Like, you can see that we have things like our leads. Okay, and I believe we all know what leads here means. Leads are simply, these are simply people that are interested in, buying from, buying our products or services. You can see that we have leads here. This is under the sales, and then we also have contacts, we have accounts, and then we have opportunities, we have products, we have price books, we have calendar, and then analytics, right? Then we have service. Okay, the service tab of Salesforce actually gives us a lot of benefit as well, where we can actually provide such things as customer service or support to our customers. So in other words, this place helps us to be able to like maybe handle, tickets, and to receive customer complaints and then process them, sending them to the right department that is going to, solve them for the customer, or attend to the customer to provide solution to that issue. Then we have the marketing here. The interesting thing I love about this tool, Salesforce, is that it tends to have similar features, just like the other CRM or the sales tools that we know. I see something similar with, should I say HubSpot here? Yeah. So you can see that we also have the marketing part of it. So the marketing part of it is also here, where we can actually do a lot of things there, but I don't know, it's just stuck. It's not coming up. Let me refresh and see. So now I've just refreshed. Now you can see that right here, you can see that we are now here. This is our services tab, and under the service tab we have, I said this is where we are actually going to be able to process tickets and all of that. You can see that we even have tickets here. We can actually be able to create new tickets, if it is going to be a working ticket and all of that. Tickets, origin, is it from phone and all of that. Then who send it? You can see that we have the customer name here, then maybe the account name as well, and then what are they complaining about? That's what we will put in the subject here, and then description of the issue that the customer is having. So the service tab of Salesforce allows us to manage, or let me say to receive, process, and handle customer complaints, and in form of tickets, right? Then we have the marketing tab here. The marketing feature of Salesforce is quite unique. This is because this is where you are going to handle a lot, all those things like if you want to generate more leads, if you want to nurture customers through sequences or campaigns, if you want to boost your productivity by using, ready-made templates, to create branded emails for your brand and then send them out to your customers. You can do that using the marketing tab here. In other words, the marketing part is just the same way it appeared on our HubSpot, which gives you all the tools to push your business to your customers and intending customers and people who are interested in buying or using one of your services. Then we have the commerce here. This commerce reminds us of the commerce section of HubSpot, which is where we have our store. Okay, of course, it's going to be a store. So this way you are going to be able to add things like your payment links. You can actually add your product in here and so on and so forth. You can see that you can actually add new here. You can see that you can actually put a new category. You can say maybe keyword or all of that. And then you can be able to actually just add whatever you want to add here and all of that. So we are going to come back to this at a later time. Then we still have the generative canvas. The generative canvas is where we can actually, transform our page, our data into interactive stuff. So it says, welcome to generative canvas, a preview feature that uses AI to engage with what data that matters most to you. So this one is when we have actually come to understand everything here. So for now, I'm still going to tell you that the search feature here actually allows you to search through the entire workspace. Maybe if in case you're looking for contacts, you're looking for deals, you're looking for leads, you can actually use this one to find them. And when you come here, you can see that you can actually be able to select different tabs here. You can be able to find, contact using, when you click, now when you come to this contact tab here, you can then search who you want to look for. If you want to look for maybe accounts, you can click on the account under this left here, and you can now search for the customer account, because you're going to have a lot of customer accounts in here, and so on and so forth. So I'm now done with introductory parts. Let me return to the home page, and in this home page now we can be able to do a lot of things here, but I want to do it the right way. Okay, for instance, you can see that there is actually, a feature for leads here. If you wanted to actually, maybe if you wanted to just like maybe say create a lead, what am I going to do? You see that we have this new here. I can click on this now, and now I can be able to just add a lead here. So what is the lead? Is the lead going to be a Mr. or Mrs.? If it's a male, of course, it's going to be a Mr., right? So what is their first name? You can say maybe their first name is, let's say Cynthia. Cynthia is a first name. Then what about the last name? The last name, let us say, is Bighead. So that is Cynthia Bighead. Now we want to know, what company does Cynthia Bighead work? You can say maybe she works with Fast Giddy Tutorials. Yeah. Then what about her title? What is she at Fast Giddy Tutorials? You can see maybe she's a marketing what? She's a marketing officer. Yeah. Now, does she have a website? You can see, yes, she has a website, which is what her website is. Let us say she manages, maybe let us say she manages, Boom Music. dot let us say boommusic dot com dot ng. Then what about description? Do you want to describe this? Maybe it's okay. She's interested in adult wears for adult entertainment, what entertainment business, okay, based in Australia. So this actually is you putting a little bit of details that can help you to identify this lead in your Salesforce, workspace. So now this is where we have lead status. It's asking us, is this on a new lead or is somebody that you've actually contacted before, or have you been nurturing this guy? Have you qualified them or have they unqualified? So we all know what this lead status here means because we are not new to lead generation and all of that. So when they say new, it means that this person is just coming into the system. They are just getting to know about the business. So they don't really know much about us. We have not nurtured them. We have not even contacted them and all of that. So that's usually what happens when you generate leads from maybe from Apollo, from other, maybe through your Google form and all of that, right? So I'm going to say it's a new lead. And I'm going to leave it there. So now you see that say new lead, you say lead owner here, which is who are they assigning this lead to? And of course, it's going to be Otanwa Izigbo. So now, how do we get in touch with this Cynthia Bighead? Does she have a phone number? Does she have an email? Does she have an address? Right? Okay. So if she has a phone number, let us say the phone number is this. Let us say the email address also, could be anything. Maybe you can just use a dummy stuff here and all of that. Okay. That could be a dummy email. Then now we also need to specify where is she, where is she from? Is she from Nigeria? Can select Nigeria from the list here. Then this is Nigeria here. Then where does she live? So, okay, she lives at number 65 Hellfire Street. Hellfire Street. Hellfire Street. Okay, Hellfire Street. And then city is what? City is Benin. And then zip code is going to be like that. And then province, of course. State province is going to be Edo. Okay, it's just gonna be Edo. I don't know why that one is not added here, but you just have to be Edo, whatever. Then, of course, you can now still go further to say, okay, where she works, how many people does she work with, what does the company generate as revenue, and then how did you get this lead? See, how did you get this lead? Is it from a phone or word of mouth or partner? Is your partner maybe your affiliate? Are they the one that brought this person in? Or is it through advertisement, maybe through TV adverts, Google advertisements, YouTube advertisement, Facebook advertisement? You need to specify all that here. You can see that we also have trade show here. These are all ways of getting leads to your business, right? You can see partners, which are your, those people that are marketing your business for you. Okay, then you have public relations when you do all those maybe all those TV outreach and all of that. Then we have seminar, which could be internal or partner. Then we have trade shows, right? We have the website and then word of mouth and order. So for me now, I'm going to assume that she actually came through the web. So I'm going to click on web, and then what industry is Cynthia Bighead in? You can say, okay, she's into beauty. Yeah, you can say beauty. Let me see. Do we have beauty here? You can say skincare. Okay, let me just say apparel. Okay. Now, what about the annual revenue? You can say, okay, 56,000. Let's say $50,000. Don't want to blow it up. So how many employees does she work with? You can say, let us say 120. You can see that we've actually been able to make our lead a very, very word fulfill stuff. So I can now go and say, okay, click on save. Okay, so now we've just created a lead now called what? Called Cynthia Bighead. So you can now see that here now, this is our nurturing word. This is our what now? Our lead status. You can see that we now have new because we selected new earlier on. So this person is actually a new lead. If we selected contacted, that means that we have actually reached out to her before now. It will be here. If we selected nurturing, that maybe we have started sending her our email campaigns. That's when you're going to select this one. So I'm going to create a new lead now, and I'm going to give her a status of nurturing. So you can see that it will appear under nurturing, label. So I'm going to go back to my home. I'm going to go back to my home now, and you can see that here now I still have the new here. It's still the same lead, right? So I'm going to click on new, and here I'm going to click on that. This one is going to be it's going to be a doctor. Okay, the name is going to be, let us call her Dr. Richard. Okay, let me say Dr. Richard what now? Richard Adrian. Okay, the company is Ottawa Global what? Global Resources. Then the title is CEO, right? Then what about the website? You can see the website name is, you can see it is fastgiddy.com, and the description is what now? So okay, needs, she needs sports wear, right? Now, what about the list status? This is the reason why I really came here, is to show you guys. So, because I wanted to create it such that I've started nurturing this guy, which means I've started sending them our email campaigns, maybe calling them to introduce our product and service. I'm going to click on nurturing, because that is what it means to nurture, to engage with the customer to the point where they start, becoming, to engage with the lead to the point where they now start feeling like, okay, they actually need this product and all of that. So what about the phone number? If you have a phone number, you can actually add that, right? What about the email? I can actually put an email here, which is going to be this, and so on and so forth. So I think at this point, I don't want to waste time. I'll just click on save, and then we can now see what the lead will look like in our system. So you can see that here, this lead is Richard Adrian, and you can see that this is simply showing that we have started nurturing this lead. Okay, so if we click on new here, this list will not be there because it says that we have actually passed the new stage. We have contacted them and then we are now nurturing them, right? But we are not yet qualifying them yet. So when we start qualifying them now, we can start doing all of that from here. Okay, you can simply go down here. You see where we have the list status here. You can simply go down here, click on the pen, and you can change it to what now? Maybe to qualified. And then when you do that now, you can simply click on save here. And then when you do that now, the list status will change to, to, to qualify. You can see that it's showing qualified here, right? This is where the thing is. So this is just how to manage your lead on Salesforce. Now, I know that there are other ways for us to get leads. We can get leads through the web and all of that. I know that, right? So let me still go back to the home page and then do one or two things there. So now I'm going back to my home now. Okay, you can see that we have our stuff here. So if I wanted to search for any lead, I can simply use this here, or I can simply come down to this and then I can say, okay, let me view table. So you can actually be able to see our leads. You can see that we have, a new qualified, you can see that we created a Cynthia, which is what a new lead, and then Mr. Richard Adrian actually is a qualified lead. So that's why he's going to be showing here. So when you click on this drop down here and you select maybe change home card, you're going to be showing you're actually going to be changing the way you are going to be viewing it. But then when you select maybe view card, it will change to something else. You can see that we have lead here, which is one for the new lead, and the qualified lead is just one, right? So that is just how it is here. So I'm going to go to the other part where we see opportunities. Okay, so opportunities are more like your deals, right? You can actually create a new opportunity by clicking on what new there. Okay, now you have to name your opportunity. You can actually put the account that is associated with this opportunity and all of that. So this is more like you talking about your deals, right? So let me call it EPL sportswear, EPL supplies. Yeah, maybe we're having a deal with EPL, the organizers of EPL, to supply them with, gear for the for the players, right? So account name, can call it, for the account name, you can actually add an account name here. Okay, so we can actually call it, EPL what? EPL organizers. Okay, organizers. Then of course their website should be Premier League. Okay, premierleague.com, like that, right? So then what type of lead is this? Are they going to be are they going to be an investor or partner or press or whatever? So I think we can say they're actually a customer, right? So description, say needs what? Needs maybe need 500,000 or 500,000 boots. Okay, sports boots, right? Then parent account, like, okay, now you need to specify who is the parent account here and all of that. So now the account owner is who are in the company of Ottawa. We are signing this, these clients. So of course, that's going to be Ottawa Ezigbo. And then how do you get in touch with them? You need to provide the EPL company's details. You need to put them all here and so on and so. So when you are done, click on save, right? And you'll be fine. Okay, so when you now come here now, you can be able to see, let me refresh this, you can be able to see that this is just how the whole thing here works. Okay, so when you come back here now, you should be able to see a lot of things here. If I come here, I can be able to see view table, or let me say view home card, and let me just do this, and then, or I can even come here and then I can be able to see whatever is there. So we can now see that we also have contact here. Now contact and leads are not the same, right? So let me go to contact and then show you. You can see that we have, I can click on this new here to create a new contact, click on this, and then be able to add a new contact. So the same thing applies when you actually want to build a lead. But the thing is that lead is different because lead will, you have to specify whether you've actually nurtured them or they are simply new, leads and all of that. So I'm going to make a contact and I'll call it Professor, you know, Professor Chinelo Ishiaki. Okay, now the account name is going to be what? Of course, let us assume that it's going to be a new account. So we can call it Ishiaki Consult. Okay, yeah. So we're going to just assume that she's the one that will be handling everything. So I'll just just click on save here so that we can go. So you can see that we just added the account name as Ishiaki Consult. So what about the title? You can say MD slash CEO. Yeah. Then say reports to, like, who does she report to? You can actually put that on here. Who she reports to? Maybe her that maybe maybe her founders or her investors, right? And all and all. And then you can now put in her phone number, you can put in email address, and then which country is she in? You can say okay, she's in Nigeria, and then million address where she lives. You can put that all here. So this is just how to add a contact on Salesforce. I'm going to click on save here and it's going to be saved, right? So let me still return to my home so you can see. So we have done leads, we have done opportunities, we have also done contacts. So if you want to see your contacts, you need to go to this drop down here. You can now click on home and then be able to like view it, okay, and so on and so forth. So you can see that we have my contacts here. Let us click on this and then see something. Let us say this week. I see that we now have, so when we switch to this week, we're able to see Chinelo Ishiaki, right? So likewise here as well, when I change to, when I change to my today's leads, I'll be able to see those that I added today, right? So like that. Even here as well, when I change to, when I change to all opportunities, you'll be able to see what you have created. As far as you clicked on save, you'll be able to see them, right? So consider we now have, you see, this one now is our record now. Consider our record is now starting to build up. We have the EP organizers, we have Cynthia Biget, we have Richard Adrian, and so on and so forth, right? So we even have our, we can even see our cases here. You see that we have cases here. So these cases are more like your existing ticket that you're currently working on, and so on and so forth. So this is just what you have to see here. So now I want to change the way my dashboard looks like. To do that, I need to use this pen here to try to do one or two. So you can see that I have things that I want to be appearing here. You can see that I have home here. If I click on the home now, I can be able to change a few things. Let me say add more. Now when I click on add more, I'm going to be able to go to my all, and I cannot be able to like add things to my home, right? So let me click on shipments so you can see how it works. So I'll click on add one nav item, and now because that we now have shipment, right? I'll click on what save. Now when I click on save now, I should be able to see shipments here on my dashboard. So let me refresh. Okay, it's already there. You can see it at the top here. At the top here. So when you come here now, you'll be able to see all your shipments, right? So this is how you're actually going to be able to like add, quick dials or a quick shortcut to be able to like access things easily without being lost in the wind of Salesforce. So let me still go back again and then add one more thing. So remember, I said if you want to add all these shortcuts here at your dashboard, click on this pen here. And now on this pen, you can click on this add more. So you are actually going to add all the things that you love seeing. As soon as you log into your account, you'll be able to see them. So maybe I want to add, let me say I want to add my campaigns. So, or I want to add my contacts, right? Let me just put contacts. Then I'm going to click on add here. It's already here. Then I'm going to click on save, right? When you come back, you can see your contact here already. You can see that now all your contacts are all here. So let me still add leads so that you guys can see how to add leads. So I want to add my leads. I'll click on this add more items, come down to my all, Then let me click on leads. I will just search leads, and you can see that my leads is now out. Click on the plus here to confirm it, and then click on add one nav item. Then once it is here, you click on save, right? So if you come to lead now, if you want to see all your leads, you can see that we have Cynthia Bighead, Adrian, Richard, and all of that. They are all here. So you'll be able to see them quickly. So this one gives you a quick view of all what you're doing here, right? So that is all of that about the home page. Let me go to the contact now, so we can now be able to see. This part is where we can actually see our contacts properly, right? So here is our contacts. You can see our contacts here, right? So what about our accounts? Here now we can be able to see our accounts. You can see that we have Ishiaki Consult, we have EPL organizers, and all of that. That is just you can put our sales here. All right. So go under our sales now, we can be able to do a lot of things here, right? We can see that we have our account here. We have our we have contacts here. Then we have our account. Then opportunities we can still find them here. Opportunities that we must have created, right? We know that we don't have anyone yet, even though we tried to make one before, but we didn't really finish it up, right? So you can see that we also have products. So here now you're going to be able to see your products, right? So if you want to create products, what do? See that here now under this product now, can I be able to add a product here? You can click on what? Create a product, and then you need to put the product name. Let us call it sweatless sports gear. Okay, yeah. So then product family. So we don't have any product family yet. We can just leave it like this, and then product code. Can put the product code. Let's just call it something else here. Then product SKU can be, let us say ASAPOI. Then product description, prevent 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 excessive what sweating, during sporting activities. Yeah. So what you see where they say active here. So we want to activate this product so that people can be able to find it and then order it, right? What will I do now? I can say okay, activate it, then click on what? Click on save here. So at this point now, when you now come to your product now, you can be able to see your products here, right? So this just is how to actually be able to create a product. So what about price book? We can actually make a price book. And then what about calendar? Of course, we know what calendar is for, so you can be able to view your sales, your deals, and all of that. Then analytics actually help you to see how your sales is performing. Analytics should give you, it should be able to give you, a quick, analytics of how your sales and your service is working. Like if you go to your sales now, you'll be able to see, your top performing account, your forecast, maybe like what you are expecting to make, your sales performance, your pipelines, right? Your sales dashboard, and so on and so forth. So you can even be able to share them with somebody. You can click on share, and they can be able to actually maybe click, share with maybe a user. They can need to put in their name here, and then you can give them access like viewer, editor, or manager, and so on and so forth, so that they can be able to see what you are, performing in your business. Then the services part is where you are actually going to be able to handle tickets. Yeah. So you say track customer support in one place. Say cases bring together customer questions, feedback, and issues from any channel. So let me say I want to make a case now. Click on add a case, right? So this is more like, so in this place you handle cases like tickets. Okay, so anytime you hear cases, just assume that you're talking about tickets, right? So now we have a new case here. Let us say it's a new case. If it's new case because customer just brought it in, right? So how sensitive is that ticket? That's why you need to talk about your priority. So you can say high priority what case. So case origin means, where did this customer submit this ticket from? Like, did the customer call, or did he send a complaint through email? Did he call through the phone, or is it through the website of the business that they sent the complaint? So I can say maybe the customer called, right? Good. Maybe like MTN now, when MTN was okay, a customer called us from maybe from Lagos, complaining that the mast at Ojota is on fire, right? That's a what now? It's a high priority case that came through the customer support phone number. So that is how you set that one. Then customer name, like okay, which customer is making this complaint? You can say Chinelo Ishiaki is the one that is making the complaint. So what about her account? Okay, she's actually associated with Ishiaki Consult. Click on that. So what is the what is the case about? She said, okay, say the MTN mast, or let me say telecom mast at Ojota, or let me say along Ojota highway is on, okay, on fire. Then here you can now put more details and say, okay, what is today's date? Say it is 10th of August 2025. Say 2025. Okay. Uh, uh, Complaint is that the mast along Ojota highway is on fire, right? That can be a case. So when you're done, what do? You can actually be more than this kind of details, right? Because you want to be as detailed as possible. What can you do? You can say, okay, save, right? So when you save it now, you will have a case ID, which is this one here. This is a case ID. So from this case now, you can now be able to process further, right? You can be able to process further, maybe forward to people that are going to treat it up, or maybe use it to go and actually, forward to your, to your other department that are going to treat this. Or if you have knowledge base and you wish to respond to her, you can send her your knowledge base and all of that. So this is just how you can actually use these tools here to either edit your case, maybe to close the case or merge the case, right? You can even update case, delete case, or clone a case, that kind of stuff. So this is just what the case is for. Then we also have our contact here and all of that. We have our accounts and so on and so forth. Then I want to talk about the marketing part of this whole thing here. Like I said always, marketing part is the part that allows you to push your business to the public. Push your business to the public. Maybe you can be using things like, email campaign. You can say that we have email campaigns. You can say that we have custom landing pages with forms. You can say that we have, audience building. We have pre-built analytics, okay, and so on and so forth. So if I want to do this one, what would I do? I'm going to click on get started, and that will not give me room to do what I wish to do or that I want to do, right? So now I want to do marketing, but you can see that it said turn on the marketing features, blah, 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 blah. So I'm going to click on this to turn it up, right? So I'll turn it on. Let us see. So let us check status and see what it looks like. Okay, so I think they said these ones are on the way. See, marketing features are on the way. Let us check status if they are completely on the way now. Have they arrived? Not yet, right? So we can actually go back to this object manager now and then, find what we wish to use. These are things that we already used to, right? So I want to go in this. I'll go back to my home, and you can see that we have a lot of things here. Our marketing features are now here. You can see that we have mobile publisher. I say use mobile publisher to create your own branded mobile app. You say join the Trailblazer community. You say get help, learn and collaborate with fellow customers. You say go mobile, prepare the mobile app for users, right? So these are different ways that you can actually push you know, your stuff to your customers. So I'm trying to see if I can do things that I know here. We can actually get to manage our website. Let me go to environment and then see that we have deploy. So you can actually use a lot of different stuffs here. Yeah, we can use a lot of different things here to be able to do our thing. We are not interested in mobile app and all of that. We can even go to our mails. You can go to mails, and we can even see that we have email attachments here. See authorized email domains. Let us go here and check what is here. So this authorized email domains allow us to actually say simplify the onboarding process for new users with authorized email domains. New users with an email address on an authorized email domain can send email, blah blah blah. So these are all ways that you are going to use to make your marketing more interesting. I'm looking for things like where to build a website and all of that. But it's like I need another kind of video for that because it's going to take a longer time, right? So let me go back to my marketing features and check. It's still not here yet. So you see, it can take about an hour. So I don't think we have an hour for this. Maybe in another video, I'm going to come back and talk deeply on those ones. So now we have our canvas, blah, 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 blah. Today we are going to work with, transform our data into interactive pages. And we're not ready here because we don't have any much data yet, right? So that kind of stuff. So I hope that with this small tutorial, you've been able to actually know your way around your Salesforce. It's a very, very powerful tool. Yeah. So now that I'm in this my sales tab here, you can see that here I have send email, I have change owner, I have add to campaign, right? Let me click on add to campaign and then see. So you said I should select at least one record. So I'm going to select Cynthia Bighead and Richard Adrian. And let me work with them. Then I'm going to click on what? Say add to campaign. Of course, we know what campaigns are. Campaign could be email campaign, could be SMS campaign, social media campaign, and so have you. That allow you to what now to push the business information and details further to your customers, right? So you can actually create a new campaign. You can call it, let me call it, can call it Black Friday what? Black Friday, promos. Yeah. So is it unplanned or is yet to be planned? We can say no, it doesn't have any status yet. So, but if it is already planning, you can say in progress, right? Now, now, is it an active or inactive? So if you check this box now, it means that, well, that this campaign is currently active. So type of campaign, is it an advertisement? Is it an email campaign? Is it a telemarketing campaign? Or is it going to be an ad? Or it's going to be a seminar conference? These are all different kind of different kind of ways to push your business to the public. So if you're advertising, you are going to be using maybe TV, maybe the internet like your Facebook, like your Facebook advertisements, maybe Google advertisement, LinkedIn advertisement, and all of that. Then if you say email, that means you're going to be blasting email to all your leads and your customers, right? Then telemarketing, this one involves you using telephone to call them, to introduce your services and all of that. Then we also have banner ads. This one, you normally see this along the highway when you are traveling across cities. You see big billboards and you see products being put in there. So that's what they call banner ad. Then we have we have seminar slash conferences, which is where you make advertisement and then people come to trainings and events, exposure symptoms where you talk about your product, your service and all of that. And then so on and so forth. We even have partners here. For instance, MTN is partnering with a lot of private businesses to actually take their businesses further, right? So for instance, Ottawa Limited can partner with MTN and our sole aim is to register new customers. We are going to have our own outlets maybe at a remote location where MTN could not reach. So in that remote location, we are going to actually have our devices to register new customers and then sell them SIM cards, maybe sell them routers, maybe sell them, my file or internet packages, right? So that's what this one here means. Then referral programs is whereby people bring people into your business and then make some money doing that, right? Yeah. So that is just what this one here is. Then you can now put a little description here. You can now start planning. You can now specify when the starting date is going to be maybe 18th of August and then it's going to end, let us say September, let me say to September 18th, right? Good. Now, how much have they some sent, number sent to campaign? You can say maybe 45, and then expected response rate. Maybe you can say maybe you're expecting at least. This one means okay, how many people you don't send this campaign to? So if you got that now, you can ask okay, how many response are you targeting? Like send 45 mails or campaigns to your audience. How many are you expecting to give response? Maybe you can say okay, 15%. Yeah, that kind of stuff. Then down here, okay, we have expected revenue in campaign. So maybe we're expecting to spend maybe 56,000. Then budget cost in campaign. Sorry, in the expected revenue, you're talking about how much you are going to generate from this campaign. Maybe we can say 150,000. Okay. Then expected, you say budget cost can be, let us say maybe 25,000. Yeah. Then actual cost in campaign, maybe so far we have spent about 20K. Yeah. So we can now click on what save. So that is just how to actually make a campaign there. So that was a new campaign that we just created. And so we can now add, say, member status. You can say, okay, responded or whatever. So this one means that, okay, maybe you push this campaign to these customers now. So these are people that actually responded, right? So you can say, okay, they responded. You can also, okay, submit. Yeah. So this is just how this one works. You can even see send an email here. You can use the email feature of Salesforce to send, a kind of email. to these your customers or to your clients, right? So that is just how this one is here. So it's quite a lot to do, and I just want to say that with time we'll start exploring these ones one after the other. Now we have this setting gear here. This setting gear actually allows you to do a lot of things with this. You can actually, add a lot of people to your teammates. This is important because sometimes a company might reach out and say, please, we want you to, create our Salesforce account for us, to onboard our business into Salesforce. So you have to know who they are inviting in, which of their which of their staff members are going to be on the team. Then we have sales stages. You can set up your sales stages using that same thing here, you know, and all of that. So we can also set up all our business details here. If you click on this business detail here, you have to set up your business detail like, okay, this is your company phone number, this is your company address, the city where they are living, the postal code, and then state where they are living, where the business is situated. You need to update that using the business details, then so on and so forth. So this is just a few things to know about Salesforce. It's quite an easy and interesting tool, but you just have to know how to get around it. It's not difficult. Okay, so maybe with time we're going to talk about we'll talk about how to do the automation part or the workflow part of it, or we're going to find out how to actually install all the, or, maybe if there is actually a Salesforce widget that we can install on a website, we can do that one when we return. But for now, I think we'll like this. Let us take this little let us just take this little knowledge and then develop it into something bigger, so that when we return for more tutorials, we can be able to do more here. So at this point, I'm just going to stop here so that we can learn with this one. From the consider we have integrations here where we can actually, do your API thing, can actually, connect all these things to different platforms like your online website and all of that. So that as people come in now, you can start measuring, how they interact with your business, who is filling your form, who is ordering your product and all of that. You can be able to see all of that. But then it's not going to be in this video, be in another video. So keep a date with FastGate tutorials, as we're going to be doing more to be able to educate everyone on Salesforce. So I hope this video finds you well. Remember to keep a date. You don't forget to share, like, and comment. Tell us what your challenges is with Salesforce so that we can be able to come back and then give you a good tour, once again, and then do more advanced things. So I'll see you some other time. Bye bye.